Warning! The following gameplay video was created by a scrub. If scrub gameplay disturbs you, stop the video now. Hello. I feel like I owe the viewers an apology this time. I recorded some gameplay, but because I didn't correct the visual settings after recording a different game in between, the visual footage was lost. So I'll just briefly explain what happened. I freed a... Well, first of all, I went the long way through Undeadburg to get across the bridge to the long ladder downward. I freed a sorcerer, I found a twin humanities at a dead end, I opened a shortcut, and I got killed by thieves again. That's pretty much it. Honestly, I don't think you missed much. I do think that since this bonfire leads to a fair bit of content, it's probably worth kindling it, and it was probably worth kindling it long ago, but I might as well deal with that now. I am, of course, playing in offline mode, because this is not a PvP video. Might as well use this, since it's going to require two of them. Can I kindle this again? Apparently no, but there's some way to unlock it in the future. Okay. I can only guess at how far into the future it's gonna be. So I guess I just wasted a humanity item there. Okay. It wouldn't be the first time I've wasted that sort of thing. So, it did not take much looking to unlock that shortcut, which I kind of appreciate. Oh, why didn't I practice my parry there? Sloppy. I definitely want to make sure that I still have my parrying timing down, because I highly doubt that I'm not going to face any more armored knights, and I'm gonna need to get those riposts. Also, I found that after I spent most of the game parrying, killing the enemy with normal attacks feels kinda like cheating. Alright, there it is. Now, I'm still not really familiar with the layout down here. What's the name of this place? I think the key mentioned it. Lower Undeadburg, I guess. Or you could call it the slums, or if you're a Babylon 5 fan, you could call it down below. General idea is the same. And one of the things that I want to do... Oh, I switched to scimitar because it helps against dogs, and also I think the thieves are flimsy enough that I can kill them with a parry, even though the scimitar is not that great at critical hits. So, looking back on previous video footage, I noticed that some of my conjecture is almost certainly wrong. I mentioned that if healing is reliable, then anything that doesn't one-shot me will be no problem, except that's never how I die. I get weakened by a couple of hits and then die because I didn't find a good place to use an Estus flask. So maybe I should work on that problem. Man, I lower my guard and look what happens. I should know better. Wait, did the bodies of the other did the bodies of the other dogs push that dog out of the way? Wait, what? It has okay, I better just lock on because hitting that thing is a little bit of a pain. In case you are wondering why I'm so reluctant to lock on, it's because it's one of the legacies of being really used to playing Monster Hunter. That doesn't have a lock-on, and in earlier versions... Okay, I should go back a step. The earlier versions don't have any lock-on function at all, and in, I think, Monster Hunter 4... well, the version that the US got, which is 4 Ultimate and also Generations, there is technically a lock-on, but you can only just tap it and face the monster. You can't hold it to circle straight for anything. So I'm used to not using it. Okay. If I can separate these guys. I was very lucky I didn't get parried there. But now that there's only one, I can practice defending myself against it. It doesn't seem to have a huge variety of attacks. Come on. Stop defending yourself and try and hit me so I can learn your moves. What? Really? It takes so long, too. You'll attack once, and that's it. Ooh, I actually lost a lot of stamina from that blocked attack. Fine, you do that. It'll give me a little more time. So it looks like it has similar attacks to my bandit knife, which is basically one fast-ish and one slower one. And it's kind of tough for me to tell the difference. But I better get used to parrying it. Right as I say that. Seriously. Look, I'm just trying to learn how to kill you. Oh, those guys are really defensive. Like twice in a row? Those rapier knights were not nearly this annoying. So they like to attack more than once, that's for sure. Well, if the first one hits. But wow. I bet their behavior changes when more than one of them is attacking, because I think it was a lot more aggressive before that. So that was probably the fast attack. Oh, I shouldn't have actually riposted. I should have just let it attack a few more times so I could learn the timing. But that was taking forever, though. I could swear that they attacked more often than that. Well, I do still plan to gain health levels. And in fact, I did gain one because I was kind of spooked by what I saw ahead, so I decided to backtrack. But I also realized that the cost for gaining levels has increased a lot. So, well, live and learn. Gain levels carefully, I guess. Oh, hi. Yeah, I definitely hit those dogs a lot easier when I lock on. Ugh. This game, forcing me to use its mechanics. Now this is where, well, more or less where I died last time. You saw the puddle. I activated the thieves, backed off, and tried to fight cautiously and died anyway. Whoa. I'm not quite sure how to handle this because they're not... Okay, now they're separating. Oh, maybe that'll work. It worked close enough, I guess. As much as I hate to admit it, just simply blocking them seems to be the best way to go, even though I love parrying human-like enemies. Oh, and in one of these doors I found another set of my armor and my weapon, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised. There are a whole bunch of thieves around here. So this is... Oh. I didn't know there was another dog there. I thought there was just the one, but apparently I was wrong. So, this is where I decided to turn around because there's two ways to go, but actually I'm in a rather similar situation here. I want to explore both routes regardless, but well, fog walls scare me. Might as well just see what's over there. Oh hey, you waste no time. And there's dogs here. Well, the Capra Demon loves dogs, so I guess that's not surprising. But, man, how am I gonna fight all this stuff at once? I guess I'd better... Also, I was certain that I'd dodged that, but maybe not. I guess I'll go the other way, then. That is an extremely small amount of space to work with. Man, I can just... And that was just when I was trying to avoid stuff. I can only imagine what happens if I try to hit back. Either I try to hit the boss and the dogs jump on me, or the other way around. I'm not really sure I have a solution to that. But my bloodstain is over there. Not that I especially care. I still think it's better to just explore around other places. Or other one place, because I only saw one other way to go. You're probably getting sick of me going through this part of Undead Burg over and over. Well, all I can say to that is you and me both. Well, so I was able to come up with a strategy for the previous difficulties of bosses, so I guess I'll just need to keep doing that. But I don't think I'd be able to nail the dogs with my fire bombs, even if it did one-shot them, which I doubt. And So the way I beat the gargoyles was to wait for one to do a time-consuming attack, but I didn't see that. Obviously the dogs don't do that, and I'm not sure if I've seen the boss do that either. I do think that the dogs will be the first targets if I can find a good place to hit them. I mean, they are aggressive. I can probably get them to rebound off my shield, assuming that I can... Oh, okay. Assuming that I can get them to rebound off my shield. Also, that dog died from 100 damage and I do 90. Dealing an extra 10 damage or so would be really helpful in that battle. So, I do at least have a strategy for the thieves now. Back off and let them sort of separate from each other, and then block and counter. Oh, for... Oh. That's one. That's a nice flip. I'm impressed. Alright, that went much better than the first couple of times I tried this. Yeah, gotta remember, that's my weakness too. When attacking normally with the dagger and the enemy blocks, it's really easy for me to bounce off and be left vulnerable. So I'm really glad that the enemy thieves work the same way. Let's see, so there's a dog over here, at least one. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's two. I really don't want to level into Dex. It's, well, it's fairly high for where I'm at anyway. Whoa, I could have easily been backstabbed. Don't want that. Man. I'm gonna pretend that I meant to do that. Oh, that was so lucky. The second one could have decided to stop and parry, which they've already demonstrated that they love to do. Anyway. I've already noticed that I've gotten through here with a lot more Estus than last time. So as long as I kind of adapt to what's going on, I should be able to make progress. So let's see what's this way. Who knows, maybe I can skip that boss for now. Okay, how many this time? Ooh, can't gang up as easily in a narrow place like this, huh? Man, it's a good thing I checked the corner, though. Well, I guess that comes from getting corner ambushed already in many parts of this game. So there's a doorway up there, and anything this way? Alright, I'll go with that. It's locked. Okay. The way this game works, I'll probably need to get a key from that boss room. Oh? What are you doing over here? I thought I was past that. Well, okay, I did encounter a few of those with torches, but... Talk? Talk to who? Oh. Wow, he scared me. Now, you managed to make that sound sinister, even though collecting souls is what everyone does, including me. Oh. I'm glad someone's happy around here. Do you have any idea how rare that is? Okay. I can... Okay. Oh. Those things are worth 500 souls each? Well, you know what? If I was a spellcaster with area of effect stuff, I bet this sort of thing would be great. Oh. So, remember how I said I could really use something to increase my damage a bit so I could one-shot those dogs? Also... I was hoping that I was wrong, but apparently transient curses actually are kinda rare and expensive, so I'm glad I didn't just waste one. Hoo-hoo, that would have been painful. Okay, so... I mean... I think that the purple clumps are probably more useful than the red ones, because if I'm taking bleeding damage, it means I'm usually in combat. Well, okay, that's the case for poison too, but you can't really cure blood loss after it happens except with Estus, but having something to remove poison and apparently toxic is a thing. Damn you, Pokemon! Why do you have to infect this game too? Anyway, being able to cure them after the fact sounds like it could be really nice, but that wasn't the case at the boss, so I probably don't need them just yet, whereas I could use these. Okay, so I guess that is a nice environment for growing moss, and moss has some really good valuable properties to it. But this is a kind of a long way to go if I want to shop somewhere. Ugh. But is there anything else around here? I mean, I could do some more exploring. Doesn't look like it though, except for that. So hey, any exploring that allows me to bypass a boss is good exploring. Although if I do have to fight that guy anyway, which is almost certainly the case, using that charcoal resin before I walk in will be very nice. Especially because I do have the gold pine resin, but I don't have a way of getting more. And the problem with fighting something that I've never experienced before is that I'm likely to die a few times, and because I can't just reload to a point before I use those items, I could very easily put myself in an extremely difficult situation if there's no way to get more of that stuff. However, the charcoal resin is buyable, and I can rebuy it whenever I really need to, assuming I'm willing to farm. And is that... Can I just go back to Firelink from here? Or Undeadburg, but I don't really want to go that way. So, if I go this way, I'm fairly sure if I see that familiar rat... Yep, that's the way. And while I'm here, I might as well talk to that sorcerer guy that I met before. Off camera, sadly. Too early. The way they heavily delay those attacks annoys me a lot. Yeah, I don't care about you. Yep, there it is. And you know, it's not actually that far away. Since I have to fight only one group of 2 thieves instead of 2 groups of 3, this might actually be a better way to get to that boss.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I owe you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
I doubt that I can actually learn anything, but let's take a look.
Splendid. Very well. Well then, let's get started straight away.
I accidentally skipped a bit of text. My apologies. I can probably just check it again, but going 1 frame at a time.
Have you heard of Big Hat Logan? Master Logan is a great sorcerer and my teacher. Both of us came to this land as undead. But one day he departed, leaving only a note. I suppose he wished to keep me out of harm's way. But where does that leave me? I have dedicated myself to sorcery, but Master Logan could find no use for me.
Then again, you did get captured somehow. That was something that amazed me when I found him. He was locked into a room, and he's clearly not the one who did it because he didn't have any key. I used the residence key. And the enemies around there were not the capturing type, let me tell you.
Yes, the note that Master Logan left. It only said he would travel to Anolondo by way of Sen's fortress. I can only guess that he seeks the regal archives. For Master Logan is a tireless pursuer of wisdom. Wisdom trumps all. Everything else is hogwash. When the curse turned him undead, I'm certain that he only felt it was the perfect chance to visit this land. I only wish that I had his courage. 2 things are required for sorcery. First, you must equip a wand. Second, you must attune a sorcery. Then you will be ready to fire away. Oh, and don't forget to aim.
Yeah, I'd probably need to lock on for something like that. Well, I don't have the souls or the inclination or probably the stats for it.
Then. Do stay safe.
But I guess if I was playing a sorcerer character, it could be useful. Oh, I wonder what you have to say about all this.
Have you been to the ruins of New Londo below?
As a matter of
Just
fact...
walk down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or 2, unless the ghosts find you first.
Well, actually, yeah, the ghosts did find me first.
How did that nutty sorcerer make it back? Unexpected, but I suppose stranger things have happened.
Okay, yeah, I'm willing to believe that very strange things have happened.
How did that raggedy old chum end up? You know, the one who idolized some godmother of pyromancy. He left for Blighttown, but never came back. Whereas most flee from sickness, he dives right in. Well, nothing will harm him once he goes hollow.
Alright, I guess you're pointing me towards a pyromancy teacher the way your last clue pointed towards a sorcery teacher. Neither of those are useful to me, most likely, but still, I appreciate that the game does give hints if you're willing to look for them.
What now? I'm not up.
Okay, so I spent, well, okay, I actually used 3 humanity, but I spent 2 on a bonfire, only to find out that I used that as a base of operations once or twice. Well, I guess that's how it goes. Who knows, maybe some twists of the map will mean that I need to use that fire again sometime. Well, still, I guess we got some progress, so that seems like a decent place to end the video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time.